People often tell me I'm cute, but for the past 3 years, no guys have shown any interest in me. Is it because my appearance isn't attractive enough? Welcome to the Love Strategist, where we do not talk about love emotionally, but through psychological understanding and emotional strategy. From the perspective of a relationship psychology expert, I want to tell you this first. Being called cute, but having no one pursue you for 3 years, does not mean you are unattractive. The truth is, attraction does not lie only in facial features or body shape. It lies in how your energy is perceived by others. You may be pretty, sweet, gentle, but if the energy you project is completely safe, emotionally closed off, or sends no inviting signals, then the other person will stop at observation instead of stepping forward. In love, what determines everything is not whether you are beautiful or not. It is whether others feel invited to step into your world or not. And that is exactly what we will analyze together at the Love Strategist, where you learn to understand yourself, understand men, and adjust your energy to become naturally attractive without forcing, without pretending. Cute and evoking romantic desire are two completely different systems. From the perspective of attraction psychology, we must clearly distinguish one thing. Being liked does not mean being desired. Many women confuse these two states. In the emotional mechanism of men, cute creates a sense of safety. When a woman is cute, men feel comfortable, relaxed, and not pressured. They can talk naturally without needing to be defensive. Pretty creates admiration. They they appreciate, but sometimes they keep their distance because they feel they need to be good enough before approaching. Seductive creates curiosity and desire. It is not only about appearance, but about the eyes, the way of speaking, the emotional rhythm that makes a man want to discover more. Having depth creates the instinct to conquer. When a woman has her own inner world, her own standards, her own rhythm of life, a man will sense that. If I want to enter this world, I must make an effort. The issue lies here. Many women who are called cute unintentionally send a hidden signal. I am friendly. I am not difficult. But I am not opening the door to pursuit either. They always smile, always reply quickly, always communicate easily, always make others feel comfortable. That makes them liked, but it does not create emotional pull. Instinctively, men are often attracted to a little mystery, or not everything is revealed immediately. A little challenge, not everyone can step in. A little distance, so they feel the need to move closer. If you are too gentle, too accessible, too safe, they may like you, but their brain does not activate the pursuit mechanism. Because pursuit only appears when there is a feeling, I could lose her if I do not act. Attraction is not about making others feel comfortable. Attraction is about making others feel valuable when they are close to you, and at risk of losing you if they do not hold on. And that is the subtle boundary between cute and evoking romantic desire. No one pays attention to you, maybe because they think you are already taken. From the perspective of a relationship psychology expert, I want you to understand one very practical thing. Men do not only respond to appearance, they respond to availability signals. There are certain types of feminine energy that unintentionally send messages such as, you already have a boyfriend. You are very selective. You prioritize your career over relationships. You are not truly looking for love right now. The interesting part is, sometimes you never say any of those things. But the way you show up, the way you interact, the way you maintain distance, makes them draw those conclusions. For example, a woman who dresses neatly, goes home on time, rarely joins social activities, and seldom has private conversations with men. In many men's eyes, she is already taken. A woman who speaks intelligently, expresses clear standards, and rarely laughs in an intimate way, they will assume she is very selective. A woman who is always busy, always talking about work, goals, and plans, they sense that love is not her priority. And when a man believes his chances are low, he will not act. Men are not usually afraid of competition. They are afraid of public rejection. Because for men, pursuing someone always comes with ego risk. If you rarely initiate conversations with men, rarely hold eye contact for a few extra seconds, rarely create two-way personal interactions, they will choose the safe option. Stay outside. Many women think, if he likes me enough, he will make the first move. But the psychological reality is, men only take initiative when they sense a percentage of reciprocity. Attraction is not just about being beautiful. Attraction is about creating the feeling, I have a chance. So perhaps the past 3 years no one stepped forward not because you lack attractiveness, but because your signals have been too closed. In love, sometimes all it takes is eye contact held one beat longer. A slightly more personal question, a smile that is not entirely social. That is how you let someone know the door is not locked. 3 years without anyone pursuing you may be related to your environment. From the perspective of a relationship psychology expert, I want you to calmly reconsider a very practical factor that is often overlooked: environment. Many people rush to conclusions about their appearance, their personal charm, their self-worth, while they have never reassessed the context in which they are living. I want you to ask yourself, objectively, does your environment include many single men? Are you in a repetitive social circle where everyone already knows each other? Do you regularly place yourself in spaces that create opportunities to meet new people? Because the truth is, emotions only arise when there is interaction. If you work in an environment with few men, if your friends are already in relationships, if your life revolves around familiar places and fixed routines, then the opportunity for someone to notice you and develop feelings for you has already been limited from the beginning. Attraction is not just about being beautiful. Attraction is about being placed in the right space. A woman may be very charming, but if she only appears in environments where there are no suitable candidates, that charm never gets activated. It is like a good seed without suitable soil. Many times, the issue is not, am I attractive enough? It is, am I in a place that allows my attractiveness to be seen? Love is not only emotion, it is probability. If you do not expand your social circle, do not try new activities, do not participate in spaces where you are likely to meet single men, then the probability is almost zero. And when the probability is zero, no matter how much potential attraction you have, the outcome will not change. So instead of doubting yourself, ask, am I placing myself in an environment that allows love to happen? Sometimes, all it takes is changing the space, and emotions will find their way to you. An important truth: when a woman begins to doubt herself, her energy changes. Attraction is not only in the face, it lies in the inner state. And the moment you begin to think, maybe I am not attractive enough, the shift has already begun, not on your face, but in your energy. When a woman doubts her own value, her body automatically moves into a defensive state. That is a completely natural psychological reflex. You will notice small but clear changes. Less confidence in posture and movement. Less direct eye contact, out of fear of being judged. A smile that becomes restrained, no longer fully natural. Less initiative in starting conversations or extending interactions. Outwardly, no one may consciously notice, but at a subconscious level, others will feel it. Especially men. The male brain reacts strongly to nonverbal signals. They do not need logical analysis. They only need to feel that she is holding back. She is not comfortable, something is closed, and when they sense an invisible wall, they will not move forward. What is important to understand is this: most women do not realize they are projecting defensive energy. They still dress well, still wear makeup, still behave politely. But inside, there is a silent question: am I enough? The moment that question exists, the eyes change, the voice changes, the breathing changes. Real attraction begins when a woman enters a space thinking, I do not need to prove that I am enough. I know I am enough. The difference is not in flirting techniques. It lies in the foundation of inner confidence. When you stop doubting yourself, your body naturally opens, your eyes become warmer, your smile becomes more effortless, and your interactions become more alive. Men feel it even before they consciously understand why. Because attraction does not start from appearance. It starts from the belief you hold about yourself. Maybe you are not unattractive, but lacking inviting signals. From the perspective of a relationship expert, I want you to separate two concepts: attractiveness and emotional availability. Many women truly have charm. They receive compliments. They have pleasant appearances. They have agreeable personalities. Yet they are still single. Because emotional attraction is not only about having value. Attraction is about activating interaction. Romantic interest is usually formed from three main factors. 1. Appearance, but it only accounts for about 30%. Appearance helps you get noticed at first. It opens the door, but it is rarely enough to make someone take the next step. Many beautiful people still have no one pursuing them, because after looking, if there is no further signal, men will stop. 2. Confident energy. Confidence is not about speaking loudly or acting strong. Confidence is the state of being comfortable in your own skin. When a woman enters a space with stable energy, not seeking validation, not trying to please, she naturally creates attraction. Men perceive that as a signal. She knows her value, and value always triggers the instinct to pursue. Emotional signals. This is the most important factor, yet the one most often missing. Emotional signals include eye contact held 1 beat longer, a smile that is not only polite, but slightly warmer, a question that is a little more personal than usual, genuine curiosity about the other person. If you are only complimented but do not create interaction, people will remain still. They will think, she is cute. And that is all, because no invisible invitation was sent. In male psychology, pursuit only happens when they feel there is a chance, there is a signal, there is reciprocity. If you keep everything at a social, safe, neutral level, they will not risk crossing that line. What I want you to understand is this: you may not be lacking attractiveness at all. You may only be missing something very small but very important: a slightly open door. Attraction is not about changing who you are. Attraction is about letting others see that they are allowed to step in. From the perspective of someone who has worked for many years in relationship psychology, I want you to hold on to one very important thing before you continue doubting yourself. A woman who has been called cute for many years is usually not unattractive, not lacking appeal, not lacking value, but simply too safe. Safe sounds positive. And yes, it is positive in friendships, in the workplace, and in social relationships. But in love, absolute safety does not create emotional sparks. When a woman is too gentle, too predictable, too accessible, and creates too little emotional contrast, men feel comfortable around her, but they do not feel compelled to act. They think, she is always there. And when someone is always there, with no risk of loss, no sense of competition, no hint of challenge, the instinct to pursue is not activated. Love does not begin with absolute stability. Love begins with emotional movement. And emotional movement is always connected to one thing: a sense of something special. That special feeling does not come from trying to be different. It comes from having your own standards, your own world, your own rhythm of life. And not everyone gets to step into it immediately. A woman who is too safe often unconsciously does everything to avoid causing discomfort. She tries to please. She limits expressing her desires. She avoids creating emotional tension. But that very absence of tension removes the electricity between two people. Love is not a neutral state. Love is movement. So if for many years you have been called cute but no one has stepped forward, do not rush to conclude that you lack attractiveness. Maybe you only need one small adjustment. Do not be too safe. Let others feel that being close to you is something special, not something guaranteed. I can help you refine your feminine energy in a subtle way. From the perspective of a relationship psychology expert, I do not believe that a woman has to become someone else in order to be loved. I believe in adjusting energy, not changing your essence. Feminine energy is not weakness. It is not dependency. And it is not forcing yourself to appear soft. True feminine energy is the state in which a woman feels comfortable with herself, knows what she wants but does not need to control everything, knows how to create warmth while still maintaining standards. It is softness combined with value. Many women today either fall into being overly strong, always defensive, always controlling, or overly safe, always accommodating, always pleasing. Both states reduce natural attraction. Adjusting feminine energy means learning to hold eye contact one beat longer, smile with presence, not just politeness. Listen without rushing to prove yourself. Slow down your responses to create emotional space. Show interest without giving away all your attention. These are very small shifts, but in male psychology, they create a significant difference. When you adjust your energy correctly, men will feel being near her feels comfortable, but I do not completely control the dynamic. And that feeling activates curiosity. Curiosity activates investment. Investment creates attachment. I am not teaching you tricks. I am helping you understand the mechanism. Because when you understand how your energy operates, you do not need to try to attract. You only need to show up the right way, and the right person will naturally move closer. Adjusting feminine energy is not about becoming someone else. It is about allowing the best version of you to be seen in a subtle, natural, and deeply attractive way.